Most people think their life is stuck because of money. Some think it's because of opportunity. Others think it's bad luck. But almost no one realizes their life is capped by how they communicate, not just with others, but with themselves. Your life does not rise to the level of your potential. It rises to the level of your communication. Every result you have today started as a conversation you had with yourself. If you want to upgrade your life, you don't start with motivation. You start with language. Because language shapes thought. Thought shapes belief. Belief shapes behavior. And behavior shapes destiny. There are different levels of communication, and most people never look past the surface. They think communication is just talking, but talking is only the tip of the iceberg. The first and most powerful form is internal communication. What you say when no one else is listening. The words you use to describe yourself. The story you repeat about what is possible for you. Many people sabotage their future with casual self-talk. They call themselves stupid. They call themselves unlucky. They joke about being bad at things. But your subconscious doesn't understand jokes. It only understands commands. Every word you repeat becomes an instruction. Belief is simply a story you tell yourself about an expected outcome. When you expect failure, your body resists commitment. That resistance is called anxiety. Anxiety is not random. It is the feeling of expecting a negative result. You don't sit on a broken chair because you expect it to collapse. In the same way, you don't fully commit to goals you secretly believe will fail. Your mind protects you from embarrassment and pain by keeping you small. That's why internal communication is the foundation of everything. Change the story, change the expectation, and your behavior will follow. There is also vertical communication, the conversation between you and something higher than yourself. Purpose, faith, meaning. People who believe their life has meaning move differently. They endure more. They persist longer because they believe their effort matters. Then there is horizontal communication, how you communicate with other human beings. Most people enter conversations thinking about themselves, what they want, what they need, what they will gain. But powerful communicators think differently. They ask one question first: what value can I bring here? Not what am I selling, but what am I transforming? People don't buy products. They buy change. They buy clarity. They buy relief. And the clearer you are, the more valuable you become. This is why lazy language destroys results. Using vague words is a sign of vague thinking. Words like thing, words spoken without precision. They hide confusion. And confusion always leads to weak outcomes. Profanity works the same way. It replaces thinking with emotional noise. When you cannot describe a problem clearly, you cannot solve it. Clarity is power. That's why certain words must be removed from your vocabulary. One of them is try. You don't try, you do, or you don't. Try is a way to pre-negotiate failure. Your brain hears it as permission to quit. Words create boundaries. And most people unknowingly trap themselves with their own language. There is another level now: communication with technology. AI does not reward effort. It rewards clarity. If you cannot describe what you want, AI cannot help you. Poor communicators will be left behind, not because AI is powerful, but because they are unclear. The better you communicate, the more leverage you gain. With people, with systems, with technology. So how do you upgrade your communication starting today? It begins with input. You cannot speak better than what you consume. Reading matters. Not scrolling, not skimming. Reading ideas that stretch your thinking. Language expands when your mind expands. And then comes writing. Not copying quotes. Not repeating others. Writing your thoughts. Writing what rises in your mind when you read or listen. That is where clarity is forged. Writing organizes chaos. It forces precision. And precision creates confidence. When your communication improves, your decisions improve. When your decisions improve, your life upgrades. This is not motivation. This is mechanics. Talk better. Do better. Your life is listening to every word you say. Choose them carefully. Because the fastest way to level up your life is to level up how you communicate.